ça va? Comment ça va? Bon, allez. On est reparti avec ce dessin. Assez loufoque. Et Stig, ça va? C'est plus fort que moi, je suis reparti sur un nouveau système pour enlever la goupille. Non, juste le système pour tirer sur la goupille qui ferme le truc. C'est pas grand chose, mais ça fonctionne mieux dans ma tête. Ça change absolument rien pour la personne qui regarde le dessin, j'en suis conscient. Comment ça va aujourd'hui? Comment ça va? Comment ça va? jouer à Star Wars, mais le veto, pour aller voter, on a profité pour jouer à Star Wars le midi, tu sais, on a repris vers 16h je crois. Ça c'est une journée où tu te fais plaisir. C'est bon les journées comme ça devrait être obligatoire. Il devrait y avoir une journée par semaine où tu es obligé de te faire plaisir. Et on devrait appeler cette journée-là dimanche. Oh, asperge jambon fumé. Tout un programme. Soupe de déchets. Ah, c'est pas de la soupe de déchets. Un déchet, c'est un truc qu'on peut plus servir. À partir du moment où tu peux faire de la soupe avec, c'est pas un déchet. Est-ce que tu crois que je devrais mettre la poignée sur laquelle on tire pour relâcher le mécanisme plus près de la main, ou est-ce que tu penses qu'on en a rien à foutre? Je me pose la question. Le mec, il est en train de faire en sorte que cette machine existe pour de vrai. Je veux construire cette machine et je veux qu'elle fonctionne. Oh, d'accord. Oui, c'est déjà une bonne chose. J'avais pas réalisé qu'elle était si forte que ça, parce que sur mon PC, elle sort pas très très fort. Tu m'entends mieux là? Remarque, ce que je peux faire aussi, c'est mettre le curseur micro à fond. Ça va aider peut-être. Je sais pas pourquoi il était baissé ce curseur micro. Et je me demande depuis combien de temps il est baissé ce curseur micro d'ailleurs. Qui a touché mon curseur micro? S'il faut rester appuyé, fermé. Que veut dire cette phrase? La poignée doit être sur la partie centrale haut de lame. Sinon, il n'y aura pas assez de force. Si pour fermer la fourche, il doit rester appuyé sur la gâchette. Non, en fait, c'est pas un système de gâchette. Regarde, je t'explique comment cette arme fonctionne. En fait, là, t'as le... Quand tu ouvres, ça tire le ressort, en fait. Et en fait, là, il y a une petite goupille que tu mets, clac. Et donc, du coup, il est bloqué ouvert. Et là, il y a une poignée qui est reliée à la corde, là. Et en fait, il y a juste à tirer sur la poignée, ça enlève la goupille, et le truc repart vers là-bas, et ça referme le... d'une force incroyable, puisque le ressort est costaud. Ça referme la mâchoire du truc. Donc du coup, la poignée est juste là pour tirer dessus, pour enlever la goupille, quoi. La goupille, elle est sur une petite poulie, là, tu vois. Schlouk. Donc du coup, je me dis, la corde peut être n'importe où. Puisque elle est juste là pour enlever la goupille. Donc il doit y avoir quand même une sacrée pression sur la goupille, et j'imagine que ça doit être assez costaud à l'enlever. Mais bon, on reste là dans un mode Heroic Fantasy, hein. On va pas non plus pousser le bouchon un peu trop loin, Maurice. Good evening, Tim. Oui, mais vu qu'il doit maintenir la fourche sur l'ennemi, il faut qu'il ne la tienne pas trop en arrière pour avoir assez de puissance. Oui. Oui, mais après, une fois que tu as libéré le machin, tu tiens ton manche comme tu veux, j'imagine. Bon, bah, du coup, ça reste là, alors. Non, mais c'est bien, là, de toute façon. Puis après, je me dis, effectivement, de toute façon, il y a des grandes chances que plus la corde est courte, ici, plus tu as de force, moins ça rebondit, tu vois, parce qu'une corde, c'est quand même assez souple. Je me dis, plus elle est longue, plus ça va faire jbong, et avoir du mal à sortir la goupille du truc, quoi. Ouais, non, bah ça va. Allez. Adjugé vendu, la corde reste... le manche reste où il est. Allez-y. How you doing, Tim? You're catching me disgusting about a weapon that doesn't exist. I'm trying to make it like it works. A spring fork. And it's a good opportunity to introduce to the players the engineers. It's an army that we don't talk too much about because they won't be introduced before a few years, but they are there. So as they are playing technical, 100% technical, no magic at all, and they are, you know, as soon as there is a very advanced weapon around, there are big chance that they are behind that invention, because their mind is, you know, they have knowledge that, you know, not many people knows. And there is a good reason for that, but the player won't know before reading the codex, and that's not something we're planning to do straight away. Alright, so now the let's see what is below the belt of that engineer. Yeah, those guys gonna have crazy weapons. Those guys gonna have golems, but not made with clay, but metal. Kind of, you know, robots. Like puppet robot. No, puppet, you know, metal puppet stuff. I don't know. But it's quite advanced stuff. That's why they won't be introduced straight away. And they have a steampunk kind of vibe. Medieval steampunk. You know, because every evening of Easter should be a joyly time, but I've read too much article on grim event in recent history while listening to the same doom metal. Oh. Hey, Fix! Nice mushrooms! How you doing, my friend? Pas assez de points. Oh, tu n'as pas assez de points pour faire une petite chicken attack. Oh. Tu sais ce qu'il faudrait que tu fasses pour avoir plus de points? Tu t'abonnes à ma chaîne. Je te jure, tu auras plus de points plus rapidement, tu pourras faire des chicken attack autant que tu veux. Je rigole bien sûr. Mais c'est une possibilité. Après, bon, comme Coursia revient un peu moins régulièrement, je peux peut-être baisser un peu le prix des Chicken Attack. J'avoue que j'avais monté autant pour calmer monsieur et son ardeur à me balancer 4 ou 5 Chicken Attack à suivre. Je peux baisser de moitié. 500 me paraît raisonnable. Ok, on va lui faire plein de ceintures. J'aime les gens avec plein de ceintures. C'était nouveaux emotes les champignons là? I've also had the pleasure of speaking and playing some games with a friend who recently came back from a very hot place. If you know what I mean, yeah. We haven't seen each other in real life, but I'm glad he's doing fine, at least physically. Oh wow, yeah, that's yeah. I think he needs a good time to. Do is just coming for a little bit or is coming for good? Yeah, we never know, I guess. C'est sûr qu'il a pas encore mangé. Ouais. Alors, si tu manges cela, je pense que tu vas avoir des chicken attacks gratuits. Hein. Tout seul dans ta vie, dans ta chambre, là, tout à coup, chicken attack. Hein. Yeah. I hope for him. I hope for him. Alors, question, est-ce que ces ceintures ne cachent pas un petit peu trop le mécanisme? Non, je pense pas. Je vais juste remettre un petit peu de blanc ici. Tiens, FX, toi qui n'étais pas là le jour de la conception de cette arme révolutionnaire, est-ce que, rien qu'en regardant le dessin, tu arrives à t'imaginer le fonctionnement de cette arme? Non. C'est mécanique. Purement mécanique. Ouais. Et comment elle fonctionne? Je me suis un peu creusé la tête pour essayer de faire comprendre aux gens comment elle fonctionne, mais ça se trouve, il n'y a que dans ma tête que ça fonctionne. Il y a une gâchette, ouais. Est-ce qu'il y a une gâchette? À proprement dit, il n'y a pas vraiment de gâchette. D'ailleurs, attends, je vais enlever ce truc-là, ça porte à confusion. En fait, je vais t'expliquer, c'est très très simple comme mécanisme. Tout le monde s'en fout, mais j'aime bien expliquer. Là, tu as une espèce de... C'est vrai que ce serait plus classe avec un truc, mais bon, je suis resté dans le truc basique. Là, tu as juste un espèce de manche que tu tires dessus, ça enlève la goupille qui est là, qui fait en sorte que cette pièce redescende à fond les ballons, parce que là, tu as un ressort qui est tendu. Cette pièce redescend, et donc du coup, ça ferme les trucs. Et ils sont bien fermés avec la force du ressort. Eh bien, Jamy, voilà comment ça marche. I wish for a unit that is just a loaded electricity battery. Imagine a guy in metal armor with Tesla coil all around him who shoot electricity. Yeah, it's a little bit too advanced, shooting electricity. That's a... One of those guys is gonna shoot fire, because I need to have a how do you call that in English? A fire launcher, a lance-flamme. How do you call a lance-flamme in English? Don't know, but yeah, I need to draw one. So why not electricity actually? But the thing is, all this is just flamethrowers, yeah, flamethrower. But it's just visual, because when you play Magic and you can throw a fireball that will have like 4 centimeter square effect on a unit, why not having a blaster and doing the same? It just it's just fun, playing fun with minis and what you have. So doesn't really change much. A flamethrower, yeah. That sounds good. So I had a Sebastian's visit on the Discord today. I saw him grin for a bit, but he didn't say anything about the drawing I showed you. So I show him. So who knows if I'm on the right path? I don't know, but it will allow me to do something a little bit different, showing a little bit, a new aspect of the game. Even though it's not for right now, this army, but at least it shows that the game have something else under his sleeve. Than just playing classical fantasy stuff. But for sure, having a flamethrower, a mechanical arm, the next crazy stuff I need to draw for the technical object have more sense with those guys behind it than it's just dwarves and medieval guys. And funny enough, those guys were Arcanians before. Actually, like the medieval guy. The medieval guys were Arcanian before, Archean, and then they changed the way of saying, the gods and everything, and they choose their own path and became what they look like now, which are, like medieval style, and they are all about, technical weapons, like cannons, catapult, and where the Archean are more into, praying gods and play magic. I was a bit surprised about that because in my mind they're gonna play, with very, technical stuff, but nope. Sebastian see them more like, using magic and having, priests that can do impressive stuff with their magic, thanks to their gods. So the fact that they look like Romans, stop there. It's just, it's just what they look like, but it's not. They're not behaving like Romans. Guild War. I'm gonna tell you that straight away. Fantasy. I don't know. Oh yeah, c'est ce que ça dit entre parenthèses, donc j'imagine que c'est ça. Putain, mais vous avez un knowledge about the games. Je suis épaté à chaque fois. Moi qui ai arrêté les jeux il y a très longtemps, je n'ai aucun knowledge. Aucun knowledge sur les musiques de jeu, rien du tout. Je peux pas te reconnaître un jeu par rapport à sa musique, sauf si c'est Zelda ou enfin tous les vieux jeux que je jouais déjà à l'époque, mais tous les jeux qui sont arrivés après après ce que je jouais, c'est-à-dire genre le masque du temps, là, je sais pas quoi, de Zelda, avec la grosse lune. Je crois que c'est le dernier jeu que j'ai joué sérieusement. Après, c'est ça. Attends, je vais baisser un tout petit peu parce que ça me gueule dans les oreilles. Je crois que c'est le dernier jeu que j'ai joué et je l'ai même pas fini. Je me suis rendu compte de ça il y a 2 jours parce qu'il y a une fille qui avait fait une vidéo sympa de la période où elle jouait à ce jeu. Et donc elle nous a un petit peu expliqué les passages, etc. et où c'est qu'elle était à ce moment-là. Et là, je me suis dit, ah oui, mais en fait, j'ai pas été bien loin avec ce jeu, en fait. Donc, tu vois, je crois que j'ai dû finir un jeu. Non, j'ai fini 2 jeux dans ma vie, tu vois, c'est pour te dire. Voilà comme je suis patient avec les jeux vidéo, déjà à l'époque où je jouais aux jeux vidéo. J'ai fini Ocarina of Time, ça je m'en rappelle. Et il fallait une Game Boy Advance pour le finir à 100%. Ah bon? Bah, je sais pas, je suis pas sûr que c'était aussi sympa à jouer sur une Game Boy que sur la Nintendo 64 quand même. Enfin, je sais pas, moi j'aime bien le grand écran alors. J'ai fini Ocarina of Time et j'ai fini le premier Harry Potter et la Chambre des Secrets. Voilà les 2 jeux que j'ai finis. Il est long celui-là, ouais, ça va. Le lutin Twailing, il donnait des maps. Oui, c'est vrai, il donnait des maps. Maintenant, je regarde les autres jouer. En fait, je me rends compte, j'aime bien regarder les autres jouer. Comme QSDX, il a une chaîne de gamers. En général, il fait plutôt des enquêtes paranormales, mais il a aussi une chaîne de gamers. Et il joue à des jeux. Des jeux d'horreur d'habitude, parce que c'est son truc, il aime bien faire ça. Donc je l'ai vu jouer il y a récemment, du début à la fin, de Evil Within 2, qui était sympa à regarder. Ouais, mais j'ai trouvé ça trop... Alors je sais pas si c'est comme ça dans tous les jeux maintenant. Mais en fait, du début à la fin, t'as un boss. Enfin, t'arrêtes pas d'avoir des boss en fait. Le jeu est sur plusieurs parties. Et quand t'as fini une partie, t'as l'impression que le jeu redémarre sur un autre délire qui n'a plus rien à voir. Et ça ne s'arrête jamais en fin de compte. Parce que quand t'arrives à battre le boss de ce délire-là, t'as un autre délire qui se met en route et le jeu continue en fait. Je me suis dit, mais ça se finit quand quoi ce jeu? En fait, ça se finit pas. T'es tout le temps. Après, j'imagine que si tu dépenses 60 € dans un jeu, t'as pas vraiment envie qu'il se finisse en 5 minutes, mais. Et pour les lire, fallait connecter à la. Ok, d'accord. Pour avoir des indications sur. D'accord. Ok, d'accord, je vois. Mhm. Du coup, lui, je vais peut-être pouvoir le faire en intérieur. Parce que je sais pas trop ce que Sébastien va en faire de sa fourche à ressort sur le champ de bataille. Mais j'imagine très bien des gardes avec ce genre de bordel là. Pour au cas où il y a un prisonnier qui s'échappe ou quoi. Ça peut être assez sympa. Donc lui, je le verrais bien en intérieur, oui. Ça changera un peu d'ailleurs. Et du coup, alors, jeu préféré de tous les temps depuis que tu joues. C'est quoi le jeu qui te vient, celui où tu as eu le plus de plaisir à jouer et que tu penses que si tu rejoues avec, tu aurais toujours plaisir à jouer? Parce que tu as des jeux qui ont vieilli quand même. Ocarina of Time, je l'ai trouvé génial quand je l'ai joué avec sur PlayStation, sur Nintendo 64, mais on a eu l'occasion de le revoir il n'y a pas longtemps, ça a vieilli quand même. Visuellement, ça fait mal aux yeux. Pong. Ah, encore un jeu que je connais pas. Ça fait beaucoup de ou, hein. Difficile question, je vois. Ah, c'est un troll. Ok. Ouais, je vois que t'as été plutôt Nintendo toi aussi, hein. Moi aussi, je crois que les gamins parlent de plus en plus de la Twitch. Non, la Switch, pardon. La Twitch, n'importe quoi. La Switch, je crois que si je dois acheter une console, je vais avoir besoin de retrouver Zelda, Mario, enfin mes jeux. La Switch, ouais. Avec les deux Zelda. Bah oui, il y a deux Zelda, ouais. Je sais pas trop comment ils sont ceux-là. Donc du coup, sur la Switch, il y a déjà deux manettes du coup, si j'ai bien compris. Il y a un truc fichier avec cette console, mais j'ai pas trop compris le... Ce que m'a expliqué Aaron ou Aldwin, c'est qui m'a expliqué ça? Je crois que c'est Aldwin, c'est pour ça que j'ai mis des doutes. C'est qu'il y a déjà deux manettes et que tu peux jouer avec dans la voiture parce qu'il y a un écran sur la manette. Donc tu peux jouer et sur la télé et sur le petit écran dans la voiture comme si c'était un jeu électronique. Mais deux manettes, non. Donc... Donc du coup, tu as ce gros truc là, cette espèce de grosse... Parce qu'elle m'a l'air énorme la manette de la Switch. C'est une manette en deux parties. D'accord. Oh là là, ok. Il va falloir que j'étudie la chose, je crois. Parce que... Mais du coup, elle a quelques années là, la Switch. Est-ce que... Parce que je ne vais pas acheter la Switch tout de suite. Peut-être l'année prochaine, je pense, ou l'année d'après. Est-ce qu'ils ont prévu une autre Switch ou est-ce que... Enfin, je veux dire, je vais me retrouver à acheter une console qui va déjà être obsolète ou... Ah oui, c'est cher, mais c'est pour ça que je l'ai toujours pas à la maison. Hein. C'est pour ça qu'il y a toujours la vieille PlayStation 2 et que mes gamins se plaignent que je peux pas acheter de jeu. je peux dire que tous les bons jeux de la PlayStation 2, les gens les lâchent pas. Hein. J'ai que des jeux de merde, des jeux de GTA, pas de GTA, de FIFA, enfin des jeux de sport en général. Et puis des jeux pas. Il y a la version pro qui arrive, idem. Pour un seul jeu, ça fait cher. Je déteste les PlayStation. Bah, j'avais acheté la 2 quand elle est sortie. Mais j'achèterai pas la 5, ça c'est sûr. Et pour les simples bonnes raisons, comme je te disais, moi, quitte à acheter une console et passer du temps en famille, sur des jeux où on joue à plusieurs, autant retrouver les personnages que j'aime, quoi. Mais c'est ceux qu'on a cités tout à l'heure. On va rester vague sur cet accessoire. Même si dans ma tête c'est juste un pistolet à poudre. C'est une technologie assez classique dans les armes à feu de notre jeu. Alors, on va faire l'autre côté maintenant. Et le Star Wars avec lequel tu joues, tu dirais que c'est un bon jeu? Parce que moi, je me laisse très très vite emballer par le visuel. Comme je ne joue pas. Et un jeu que j'ai bien aimé le visuel que j'ai vu il n'y a pas longtemps, c'est Elder Ring, c'est ça? Qui tourne en ce moment? Ouais, c'est ce que je regardais l'autre jour. Ouais. C'est vrai que puis enfin, quand il y a des scènes, ça commence à faire. Ça commence un petit peu à. Par rapport à d'autres que j'ai vus que t'as l'impression d'avoir un film d'animation, quoi. Try and Die. C'est quoi Try and Die? C'est. Non, mais c'est pour ça que je te dis, c'est vrai qu'il. Le problème, c'est que ces jeux-là, perso, je préfère une histoire au top et des graphes moches. Mais comment tu sais que le jeu va être bon avant que tu l'aies acheté et l'essayer? Parce qu'au prix du jeu. Parce que c'est vrai, quand on me dit t'es plutôt PC ou console, personnellement, quand je vois que maintenant, tu n'as plus de jeu dans ta main sur PC, tu achètes un espèce de code, et avec ce code, tu vas pouvoir jouer au jeu. Mais si tu n'as plus de PC, parce que je ne sais pas, il y a Poutine qui balance une bombe électromagnétique, moi, tu n'auras plus de console non plus, tu me diras. Mais bon, imaginons plutôt que, je sais pas, moi, ton PC bug et que tu n'as plus accès au jeu, ben. Tu fais quoi? Alors que bon, sur ta console, au moins, j'imagine que tu as toujours un CD ou une cartouche ou quelque chose à mettre dans la console. Ah, alors. Que des beaux. Ah, attends. Que des beaux jeux graphes et une histoire naze. Je regarde des tests et commentaires des autres, etc. Ou alors je fais confiance à l'éditeur. Sur console, c'est pareil. Regarde ma merde PlayStation 5. Tu achètes un jeu, faut le patcher, comme sur PC. Tu achètes un jeu et tu dois télécharger mise à jour pour jouer. Ah, non, mais... Tu parles de PC ou de console là? C'est la même chose sur la console? Faut télécharger des mises à jour sur la console aussi? Bon, après, c'est bien, parce que ça veut dire que t'as un jeu qui continue à évoluer quelque part. C'est ça que ça veut dire? Ça veut dire qu'ils sortent un jeu qui est suffisamment poussé pour qu'il puisse être commercialisé, et en fait, au fur et à mesure qu'ils font des updates, ouais. Je crois que je serais quand même plus console que PC, mais il paraît qu'on joue mieux sur PC que sur console. Bon. Il faut avoir un bon PC, c'est ça qui est chiant. Moi, c'est ça qui me bouffe en fait. C'est que t'as une console. Ce jeu a été fait pour cette console, c'est censé fonctionner quoi. T'as un jeu comme le dernier, enfin, tu vois, le dernier jeu sorti là. Moi, personnellement, je le mets sur mon PC et je vais pas pouvoir jouer. Hein. Alors que, ben voilà, si j'ai une Switch et que c'est un jeu Switch, bon, normalement, ça fonctionne normalement. C'est pas censé laguer, quoi. Tu vois ce que je veux dire? Moi, ça dépend des gens. Alors, attends, non. Ouais, le Zelda de la Switch lag. Ah bon? Mais comment ça peut laguer puisque tu es sur une console qui est censée supporter le jeu? Ou tu es sur un... Enfin, c'est débile. Ben non, mais alors là, tu vois, alors là, ça a aucun sens. Ou alors justement, c'est à cause de ces mises à jour, du coup, qui dépassent le potentiel de la console en fin de compte, c'est ça? Mais est-ce qu'au moins il te donne le choix? Genre, il y a une mise à jour, est-ce que tu veux la faire ou pas? Parce que les consoles Nintendo, je fais exception pour les exclus. Parce que c'est sûr que si ton jeu devient plus puissant que ta console, ça m'étonne pas que ça lag, quoi. Alors, si tu compares des jeux comme Horizon Zero Dawn, Cyberpunk, Witcher, etc., ils sont à vomir graphiquement sur console par rapport au PC, surtout quand ils vieillissent et que tu as un communes de modèles qui s'y mettent. Exemple Skyrim ou Witcher 3. Ah oui, je vois. Donc ils sortent des jeux sur des consoles en sachant que la console va pas supporter le jeu pour que tu puisses y jouer pleinement, quoi. C'est décevant. Donc, du coup, ma théorie de c'est mieux la console part en live, quoi. Les modés font des trucs de dingue. Limite, les mecs te font des extensions gratuites. Ouais, c'est des gens, c'est des passionnés en fait. Ils te font un jeu et ils continuent à le travailler même une fois qu'il est sorti et qu'ils te filent les extensions pour que tu puisses continuer à enjoyer le jeu au maximum, quoi. Bah, c'est ça le problème. Moi je me dis, vu la vitesse que ça va, j'achète une Switch dans 2 ans, elle est déjà obsolète, quoi. Parce que c'est pareil pour acheter les jeux. C'est ça qui est chiant, c'est que dès qu'ils sortent des nouvelles consoles, les jeux des anciennes consoles, tu les trouves plus en magasin, quoi. Ou alors je réfléchis encore comme un vieux et les jeux tu les achètes pas au magasin, tu les achètes en ligne. Oui, bah oui, je comprends bien. Ah bah j'aurai encore ma Nintendo 64. Le pire c'est que je l'ai encore, hein, mais elle est dans un garde-meuble. Parce qu'on l'avait prêté à ma belle-sœur et qu'ils sont partis au Canada et ils ont mis la console dans un garde-meuble. Mais bah on jouera encore avec, hein. On jouera encore à Mario Party, etc. Même si les graphiques ont vieilli, hein. Les graphismes ont vieilli, mais on jouerait quand même, hein. Je jouerais encore à Yoshi, même si c'était bien naze, ça met le sourire ce jeu. Yoshi, je sais pas quoi là, c'était quoi Yoshi Story? Vous pouvez pas mourir dans ce jeu, c'était agréable à jouer. Clom, clom, clom. Bouffer des fruits. Voilà, c'était bien. Yoshi Story. Yoshi! C'était. Qu'est-ce que j'avais comme jeu? Attends. Super Mario Land 2. J'avais quoi? J'avais Mario 64. Donc là, je crois que c'était le premier Mario où on avait un peu de 3D. J'avais Zelda, j'avais Yoshi, j'avais Mario Party. J'avais Mario Kart aussi, bien sûr. Bon, j'avais quelques jeux quand même. Avec le lancer d'œuf, ouais. D'ailleurs, il y a un article qui est sorti cette semaine qui donne encore plus de preuves que les dinos avaient des plumes. Ah non, mais quand je dis à mes gamins que les dinos, c'était sûrement les ancêtres des oiseaux, on se fout de ma gueule. Je dis, mais regarde la perruche. Tu regardes une perruche, de la tête jusqu'au surtout aux pieds, et je suis désolé, je vois pas ce qui ressemble le plus à un dinosaure qu'une perruche. Une autruche, pardon, pas une perruche. Une autruche. Ça n'a pas de sens ce que je dis. Une autruche. Une poule, pareil. Tu regardes les pieds, tout ça, enfin, ça fait très dinosaure, hein. Mais l'autruche, la dernière fois que j'étais, c'était où j'avais été. Je sais plus, dans un truc, il y avait des autruches. Et là, tout à coup, je regarde l'autruche, je regarde ses jambes. Et je regarde ses pieds. Les pieds d'une autruche, c'est des pieds de dinosaures. Et là, c'est même pas genre la poule, machin. Non, les pieds d'une autruche et des pieds de dinosaure, je suis désolé. Et donc, quand tu regardes son corps et comment il est foutu avec son cou, tu te dis, mais. Ouais. Oui, non, mais on est loin des lézards, là, je suis désolé, n'importe quoi. Alors tout ça parce que, voilà, les fossiles dans la pierre, on aurait dû retrouver des plumes, des fossiles de plumes, blablabla. Ils avaient peut-être pas de plumes encore, j'en sais rien, moi. C'est pas parce que c'était des oiseaux sans plumes que c'était pas des oiseaux. Hein. Les plumes, ils sont arrivés plus tard. Hein. C'était avant que les oiseaux savent voler. Sache. Parce que tu regardes toutes les pattes d'oiseaux, hein. Bah oui, c'est clair. Je vais mettre ça en marque-page. Hein. Je le mets dans les marque-pages, je dirai plus tard. Bon, la bonne nouvelle, c'est que demain, l'école reprend. Je vais avoir un peu de tranquillité chez moi. Je vais pouvoir travailler toute la journée. Putain. C'est au ralenti là le boulot, hein. Je vais pouvoir avancer un petit peu plus vite. J'ai mis 5 semaines à peindre les archéens et j'ai peint 3 unités dont une unité de cavalerie. Et là on est à 2 semaines et j'ai peint 1, 2, 3, 4 orques. Ouais. Et on est censé commencer à tourner nos vidéos cet été. Et ben, il va falloir que je me sorte les doigts du cul. Hein. Non, non, non. Non, non, je pense pas. C'est la faute des gamins qui m'empêchent de travailler dans la journée déjà. Parce que bon, toi tu bosses dans la journée, mais quand il y a l'école, le mardi et le jeudi, je travaille toute la journée. Donc quand tu as dans toute ta journée fait une dizaine d'heures de travail, tu avances beaucoup plus que quand on a juste 3 dans la soirée, quoi. Donc ces 2 jours de boulot à plein temps là, ça manque un peu du coup. Et ça, je peux pas le faire quand ils sont là, parce qu'il faut que je fasse la police. Parce qu'au bout d'un moment, ça me gonfle qu'ils fassent les neuneux pendant que je travaille devant l'écran, ou qu'ils essayent de raconter des conneries, ou ça me déconcentre un peu parfois. Surtout quand c'est fait pour le seul but de faire son intéressant. Ouais, ce perso va prendre plus de temps que les autres persos. Ce qui est normal vu le gars. Je me demande si son casque est pas un peu clair. Là, c'est un peu mieux. Bien qu'on voie que tout ça c'est en cuir. Je pense que ça va là, on se pose pas trop la question de savoir si c'est en cuir ou quoi. En tout cas, l'armure est en cuir. Ce que j'essaye de montrer. J'entends des bruits bizarres. Oups, oups, oups. Ça veut dire quand même qu'à chaque équipement d'ingénieur, il va falloir que je réinvente un ingénieur. Remarque, pour le bras mécanique, je peux faire un gros focus sur le bras, tu me diras. Je sais pas en fait sur le bras mécanique si je dois faire un équipement qui se met par-dessus ton bras pour lui permettre d'avoir un peu plus de patates, ce qui pour moi a plus de sens, ou si c'est carrément un bras ah non, ça n'a pas de sens d'avoir juste un bras comme ça, genre une prothèse. Pour moi c'est un truc que tu mets, c'est un équipement quoi, c'est un truc que tu mets par-dessus ton vrai bras quoi, pour lui donner plus de force ou pour ouais, en fait au fur et à mesure que je le dis je réponds à ma question, c'est bien. Non, c'est un truc que tu mets par-dessus ton bras. Exosquelette. Bah oui, mais là, du coup, ça implique des trucs que je vois pas trop comment ça va fonctionner, quoi. S'il n'y a pas une source d'énergie, je vois pas trop comment il va fonctionner ton exosquelette. Et Sébastien a été bien spécifique. Il n'y a pas de pierre. Enfin, il n'y a pas de pierre magique qui fait marcher tout le bordel. Là. Donc, à part un système de pompe et de pression et de. Pas besoin d'une source d'énergie pour un exosquelette. Oui, mais il fonctionne comment ton exosquelette? Comment tu bouges ton bras si t'as plus de bras? Enfin, je veux dire, d'accord, les prothèses, il n'y a pas besoin d'avoir d'énergie dedans, mais je veux dire, pour que ça apporte quelque chose. Ou alors c'est juste pour les blesser. Des simples poulies. Oui, c'est ça, c'est par-dessus. Ce que je disais, donc, c'est bien un équipement que tu mets par-dessus ton bras pour lui donner plus de force ou plus de machin, avec des poulies, des ressorts et... Ouais, c'est ça. Ouais, c'est ça qu'on va faire. Ça a plus de sens. Et cette armée, ça va être, je crois que ça va vraiment être l'armée de ceux qui ont envie de s'éclater à faire des conversions en fait. Tu sais que je te disais l'autre jour, ça m'inquiète un peu parce qu'on trouvera pas de figurines. Mais en fait, je vois pas. Enfin, je pense que justement l'intérêt pour moi du coup de cette armée là, c'est ça, c'est l'armée des converteurs. Ça, c'est les gens qui aiment bien bidouiller des figurines et faire des conversions. Et je pense que c'est une armée pour eux ça. Il me semble que de toute façon c'est ce que m'avait dit Sébastien. T'as cette armée là et on a une... Pas dans le libé des batailles je pense pas, ou en tout cas pas tout de suite, mais il y a une période de l'histoire où une brèche s'ouvre et en gros, c'est des démons qui sortent, quoi. C'est l'enfer. Ça devient l'enfer sur Terre et t'as toutes les races qui arrêtent de se taper sur la gueule pour s'unir contre les démons. Et c'est ce qui va permettre aux joueurs qui jouent le chaos dans Warhammer de pouvoir ressortir leurs figurines, quoi, parce que ça va vraiment être ça, quoi. Ça va être des guerriers mutés à donf, etc. Et des trucs hideux et des monstres, et en veux-tu, en voilà. Je pense qu'on devrait... Je pense qu'il y aura un scénario pour jouer ce moment-là de l'histoire, parce que c'est déjà arrivé dans le passé. Et du coup, c'est là où tu vas pouvoir aussi t'éclater au niveau conversion, je pense. Si tu as envie de jouer Stranger Things, tu vas pouvoir. Alors, peut-être un manteau un peu plus foncé. Je sais pas pourquoi les steampunk, je les imagine en marron foncé ou en noir. Petit côté sadomaso. Mais en fin de compte, ça peut être n'importe quoi. Pas mal avec son grand manteau. Ah, c'est pas vraiment un manteau en fin de compte, c'est plus une espèce de grande jupe. Alors. Vidéo non disponible. Ah, ok. Non, mais de toute façon, oui. Mais c'est le terme exosquelette qui, qui ne fait pas. Techniquement, ça a un. Ouais, oui, c'est ça, full mecha. Mais c'est exactement ce qu'il nous faut. Et je pense que c'est ce qui va se passer. De toute façon, on a des ressorts, on a des engrenages, on peut même avoir des mini-pompes pour mettre un peu de pression s'il y a besoin quelque part, pour balancer une détente en mode coup de poing supersonique, là. Une armure mécanique, ouais, c'est ça. Ok, squelette en dehors du corps. Exosquelette, oui. Ça a du sens, ce que tu dis, ça a du sens. Non, mais j'imagine déjà ce que je vais pouvoir faire. En gros, un peu ce qu'ont les Space Marines, quelque part. Ça va être un petit peu les débuts archaïques des armures de Space Marine, quoi. Salut Ando. Mon perso vient de dire à Mako qu'il l'aimait. D'accord. On est très loin du Mako n'est pas d'accord avec. Oh, je t'aime, Mako. Mako désapprouve. Ah. Ouais, quel romantisme. Ok, donc on a notre perso qui est terminé. On va pouvoir passer au fond. Parce que je viens de tuer sa sœur. Ça l'a rendue heureuse. D'accord. Would you be down for a little stroll across the boulevard? Boulevard? You want to go to the boulevard, mon friend? Mon friend, mon ami. Welcome to the boulevard. Le boulevard. So, what do you think about that character, Tim? It's a nice departure from the other armies. Can you imagine that guy in front of that guy? That would be interesting. Yeah, come here, you. I'm gonna catch you with my, spring fork. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I think you can't do more counterpart than that. And that is what is missing right now on the basic rules that is online right now. We forgot the magic counterpart. So all those weapons are not on the rulebook right now. All the magic ones are, but not the technical one. So much so that Sebastian didn't write the characteristic of those weapons yet. There is few of them that have been mystically put on the magic object, like the orichalc armor and the helmet and the shield. They're supposed to be on the technical object, because orichalc is it's not a magic item. It's just a metal that is being used for make stronger armor. And I think we have one crossbow as well that is not supposed to be over there. So we already have like four weapons that are not supposed to be on the magic items. So we need to remove them from over there and put them back in the technical object. I like the sample mechanic of it. I mean, now that I designed it, looks simple enough to work. But before I get there, I'm just, I have few scratch in my head to do. Okay, now we need to think about the background. J'espère que je ne fais pas trop de bruit. Bon. Ouh, bah t'as qu'à monter le paquet, grosse gourmande.
Bien sûr que je vais monter le paquet.
Bah je crois que tu vas faire ça. Okay, so I'm gonna put maybe like a door. That's the key for the door. Ah, il y avait longtemps que j'ai pas entendu ça. Maybe a doorway here, or maybe something more advanced. Là, here. Maybe those guys prefer to have square doors. Okay, and maybe some stone around it, because it's still, what is the best for building stuff. And so question is that door is open or closed? 5,5, ce serait pas mal ça, 5,5. 5,5 et 5,5. Ça fait beaucoup d'ennemis quand même. Ok. Let's have a closed door. If you have an idea that I don't seem to have and you think it will goes well with what I'm doing, don't hesitate to tell me. It's always nice to include your ideas. So I was thinking maybe this weapon can be used inside as well. So I'm gonna do an inside background because I don't do much of those. And I'm gonna make it like just big stone wall. Maybe a light one because the dude is already dark, so I'm gonna do like light stones. Got distracted by a conversation with my mom. She told me you count when you fan on your work. Oh, thank you, Tim's mom. Thank you very much. Yeah, your son has very good taste. I'm not sure that your mom speaks English, but Taylor, thank you. Okay, so no chance that she's hearing me. All right, so you will tell her yourself. Or maybe we can do like a big wooden, because it's inside their caves, because those guys are living in caves as well. So we're gonna have like big wooden support against the walls. That big? Oh yeah, that big. Okay, now maybe I'm gonna put a light, something here, so a torch or something. How do you even activate that thing? I see no trigger. Does it go off when the tip of that middle touches the enemy? No. What happened is that here you have a handle. It's not very visible now because of the dude behind it, but you have a handle there. So what happened is that you pull that handle, which unlock the mechanism here. You have a little, like a little bar metal that just keep the whole thing like that, and you have like a spring here that is just asking for coming back to his initial position. So if this thing get out of here, the spring make that piece goes over there, and the mechanism just make the mouse close around the neck or whatever you grab. Yeah, because it's supposed to, you're supposed to catch the guy with it. So I guess if you go, because I make some spike here just for that, if you go berserk against him and you want to make sure that he doesn't go anywhere, you just grab the handle and pull, and then the mouse is going to close around him, and it won't go anywhere unless you release the thing. But that's why I want to make him like in an interior background, because for me it looks like something that the guards will have, so I'm not sure what Sebastian is gonna make it on the battlefield, but I can see some some good use for that thing. But it's one shot thing. I mean, until it's kind of like a crossbow. Crossbow it's one shot thing as well. If because you have to put it back in its initial place and everything. So I guess it's the same. I guess you need to be two. Will be smart to sharpen the end of that, or else it will be useless in battle. This, you mean this? I mean, if you target the legs, for example, of the guys, Yeah, I'm just waiting for the come on characteristic of that weapon. All I know is that Sebastian wanted to have a spring fork that can be closed on enemies, and I guess that's what I did. Or like the different side of the moon. Oh, you mean this? This need to be sharpened? Oh, you think it looks like a moon? Yeah, I was seeing more like those carnivore plants. You know, those carnivore plants. I don't really know what they are called. That I was more saying like this. You know, just he's gonna bite you with his big teeth, and it's funny how we see things differently from one to another. So I guess this stone wall is gonna be a bit long to draw, but it's gonna give that card the background it needs. Yeah, I like it. So we're gonna make that door like wood door, or maybe we can like to make sure that telling the story. I like to tell stories with my drawing. So, and in my story, this guy is a guard. So if I want to implement that on people's spirit, I'm gonna draw an opening there with bars. Maybe not that big. Oh no, even better, you can sharpen the side of the moon so it will be like a pole axe. Oh yeah, you mean is there instead of this to be flat, this is actually like I mean it could be, we don't see, it could be like it's have an angle. It's not flat, it's it's like that, and you only see one side of the thing. And to implement that and be sure that you can't extract yourself from it, you have those little teeth that you're gonna bite you in the flesh, and you're stuck in there, you can't go anywhere. Yeah, I see what you mean, but like I said, I'm gonna give Sebastian what he asked, and we'll see what he's gonna do with it. Je crois que tu as des messages. Quoi? Ah oui. Demain? Ouais, bah oui.
Tu vas pas au 29?
Bah non, c'est vendredi, je vais au 29. Bah c'est mieux pour moi. De toute façon, après, il faut que je te prenne midi pour... Tu travailles là-bas toute la journée ou tu reviens... Tu travailles l'après-midi à côté alors? Donc tu manges avec moi? Bien. Leave the spike but sharpen the opposite side. You mean this side here? spikes on both sides will work as well, because for now it's not a very practical weapon. Looks like something that will be used to tame big animal. Oh, I mean, I can do that. I can put something like this. You know, some like a blade. Can add a blade like that. I mean, it adds something cool to the design and make you happy. I mean, and like you said, you can use that like it is, opened, and can be used for this primary use, which is, you know, grab somebody. Yeah, absolute brutality. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. And it looks cool. That's what I like about this weapon, because it looks. You're not sure what's to do with it, but it looks cool. I really hope that from time to time, players that gonna see my drawing passing by is gonna get more intrigued, more and more intrigued about that game, to the point that they want to check it out. It's no use for me to make too much noise right now, because the game is not really ready. You know, that's a conversation I have with Sebastian again. Which, by the way, I told you, I told him about you wanted to, you know, to translate the rule book when you will be ready. So he he thanked you for that, and he confirmed what I confirmed to you, that which is that he will send you the rule book when it will be ready, translated already in Russia by the machine. So your job will be to read it again and make sure that it sounds good, not too robot-like. You know what I mean? Because sometimes translating something from French, maybe it sounds good, in French, but in English, or in Russia, it doesn't really mean anything special. So in that case, you come back to us and say, what do you mean by that, and explain to you, and then you can translate it properly. So if in like next, or in 2 years ago, I guess more in 2 years ago, or maybe next year, we'll see how depending how the world is getting crazy, we'll have a complete version of that rules, and you'll be able to, if you're up to it, just checking the translation, so you don't have the whole job of translating the whole thing from English to Russia. You just have to read what the machine said and make sure that it sound good and cool and readable. Damage control, yeah, that's kind of it. Yeah, we already because it's supposed to be a little bit more perfectioned than Google Translator, because this website is something you pay, and this particular one is used to translate international contract and stuff like that. So it's supposed to be serious stuff, but even the website said, make sure that a human is reading that translation in case of some strange thing happening. And like for example, in French, a little bit like in Lord of the Ring, you have the first age and the second age and the third age. In our game, it's about un temps. Le premier temps, le deuxième temps et le troisième temps. The problem is that if you translate that in English, it will sound like the first time, the second time, the third time. It's very confusing, because it looks like second time of what? I mean, it doesn't sound the same in English than in French. So for now, we're back to age, like the Ice Age and stuff like that. But the problem I have with that is that it really sounds like Lord of the Ring now, and trying to avoid that as much as we can, even though it's a term that is being used for history. So, but we need to find that's where we need to find an equivalent of what we want to say in English, and that's where the machine can't do. And that's where your job will be, to find those Russian words that sound cool and goes with what we want to say, because the machine doesn't know we want to do a cool game. Just trying to translate what we want to say. Alright, so we're gonna have a gradient. Back to the drawing. We're gonna have a gradient because we have a source of light there, which is the torch. So it's gonna be quite clear in the background there, and we're gonna have like a gradient that goes from light to dark, which should allow me to make this part here pop out because it's gonna be darker, and this part here pop out codes is gonna be lighter. So we're gonna play with both gradient. Yeah, we'll see. You'll see what I mean when I'm done with it. And the fact that it's dark there will allow me to make those blades pop out as well. Guess we'll still have to double check all major names and terms to make sure they are properly adopted, because just like you said, some things just don't make sense when translated literally, and you have to look for alternative. Yes, and there is something I don't really want, and something because sometimes the opposite is not like the first Hobbit I read from J.R. Tolkien. They kept the names, Bilbo Baggins, Rivendell, and all those names because that's the names, right? And it sounds good already. And then I read The Lord of the Ring much later, and they changed the names. They translated the names for some reason, and Bilbo Baggins became Bilbon Sake, which sounds awful. Rivendell become Foncombe. I mean, this is ridiculous. There is some stuff we need to change to make it sound cool, but cool names don't really need to be changed, because now every French version of The Lord of the Ring will have those stupid names. This is ridiculous, because it became the reference, Now Fontcombe is Fontcombe. It's not Rivendell anymore. And Bag-in have been translated as well at cul-de-sac. So of course, as we call the Bag-in cul-de-sac, they changed the Bag-ins by sake. Which, why? Yeah, like Darth Vader. Darth Vader, exactly, Darth. Because it's not dark. In English, it's Darth. And then in French, it's Dark Vador. I mean, nothing to do with those names. Why you change the name? Fuck's sake, keep the name. We're gonna, we didn't say, Ariel Potier. As que je sache, it's not Ariel Potier. We kept Harry Potter. we could have called him Ariel Potier. Harry Potier, ça aurait été bien. Harry Potier. Mais non. C'est Harry Potter. Sans déconner, mais Sonic. Non, Sonic is Sonic. I think Sony stays Sonic. Because it's the supersonic sound that, because of his speed, I guess, and everything. But French are very, very weird with English name anyway. How many, American actors that being said very, badly in French, Sean Connery, for example. French doesn't know how to say Sean in French. They see S-E-A-N and they say Sin. Sin Connery. Sin Connery. The guy doesn't call himself Sin Connery. It's Sean Sean, it's a fucking name already. You don't need to change it. It's Sean. I'm sure there is a lot of that in Russia. I just don't remember any for now. Yeah, it's very funny, especially when you spend like 15 years in Ireland, where you're starting to speak English properly, and hear those names again and again from TV or from from the cinema and everything, from the radio, and then you come back in France, and somebody call an actor with a very weird way, and he's like, yeah, that's his name. Like it's like that everybody's. I'm like, really? Oh, FX, il est fatigué. Il baille. On sent les dernières économies là. Et hop, au lit. Avec plein de champignons, bien sûr. Bonne nuit, merci d'être passé. Quelle heure il est là? Oh, il est 11h30, on a encore 1 heure devant nous. Et demain, je travaille toute la journée. Je peins de la figurine. Ouais, je vais faire ça l'après-midi et je garde le soir dessin. J'ai perdu trop de... Je pense sérieusement que j'ai perdu tous mes viewers avec ces conneries de peindre des figurines. Parce que ça correspond à peu près. Hein. J'avais pas mal de monde qui venait discuter. Et bah oui, c'est... Je taffe de 9h à 13 demain. Puis après stream. Puis après sculpture. Ok, ben moi je vais peindre de la figurine de 9h30 à 16h20. Et après le soir je dessine. Je fais que du dessin le soir. Je vais sculpter et peindre dans l'après-midi. Parce que autant que la sculpture, je pense que ça a été à peu près. Ça m'a amené un peu de monde. Que la peinture figurine, mais mon Dieu quoi, tout le monde s'est barré. Sauf les plus fidèles. Les meilleurs. Les meilleurs, ils sont restés. Allez, des bisous, à la prochaine. Hein, Tim? I was saying that I lost almost all my viewers when I started to paint minis, except the best ones. But it's true that I started to get used to have around 10 viewers and few people, chatting with each other and everything, and now it's just every stream is very like just the three of us. Yeah. Ouais, non, mais c'est sûr, elle a raison. Mais il faut que je peigne. Et j'ai besoin de ces figurines peintes. Donc je peins plus vite. Enfin, je peins plus longtemps quand je suis en live parce que je discute en même temps que je peins. Donc je vais garder quand même l'horaire de l'après-midi où il y a moins de monde de toute façon pour peindre mes figurines. Et du coup, comme ça, je me garde le soir, là où j'ai mes joueurs de d'habitude. Puis on verra, peut-être que petit à petit, les gens vont revenir. Je suis à 470 personnes qui sont abonnées à ma chaîne, mais pas grand monde qui vient nous dire bonjour. Hein. The only thing that's missing is Eden. Haven't seen him for a bit. Yeah, that's true. But I guess the same. Eden get bored by hearing me speak French, because that's where I started to lose Eden. When I started to have a French community and the French became more and more present in my stream. That's where I started to lose a little bit of his presence, because he was lurking more. Don't be worried. I'm very enjoying my French community, so you don't have to be worried about that. So he was lurking more and more, and I guess the lurk became so. If you're bored watching my stream, it's best to go away. I guess. Yes, this is ridiculous. No. I really enjoy having my French community, and I'm very glad they're here, because sometimes a lot of time, it just me and Stig, and Ondo Baka in the background, and that's it. So I'm not gonna complain, because I really enjoy having them with me when I stream. But I don't want to put any pressure on their shoulder either, because I don't want them to think that if they are not coming, I will be on my own. Will probably be the case, but they have a life and they need to live their life as well. So don't force yourself to come just because you don't want me to be on my own. I will have to work anyway, Even if I'm not talking because nobody is coming, I will do the job. And I will need that camera to show me what I'm drawing and see if, right now the background and the foreground are the same color, so that's something I need to change. I need to darken the background here. And that's something it doesn't pop straight away in my eyes when I'm looking at the drawing. I see it when I look at the screen. French, we should make an effort to speak English. Citizen of the world. Yeah, French is a beautiful language. Plus, there are more French people usually around here. Plus, it's easier for Alan to speak his native. I'm not sure. I know sometimes I'm stuck with some words, but English and French in my head, sound the same. I don't really, because I enjoy speaking English as well. Something I don't want is to lose it, because if I have 100% French community, I'm gonna lose my English, because that's the only way I speak English in my life. I have one English friend I see every Friday, because I'm helping him to restore a housey boat. I started to help him like last year, and we starting from scratch and rebuild everything inside. And that's the only English friend I have around. So every Friday we have English afternoon. But a part of that, I'm only speaking English on Twitch. So if I'm losing my English community, I won't speak English at all. Hey, Artist Bible Nerd, how you doing? Hello. So I don't bother too much speak English. What I bother is feeling, one part starting to be bored because they don't speak English, or the other part starting to be bored because they don't speak French. The perfect combo will have, French that knows how to speak English and everybody understand, which is easier than, everybody understand French, because, there's so many different parts of the world already. We have, English is the, the most speaking language, I guess, around the world. No, not really, because you still have like Japanese and stuff like that. That this anyway. I need to practice my French more. So if you want, we can speak French. No, I'm joking. It's something to practice, but it's something else to understand. You seem to be more invested in French conversation, but as we say around here, your neighborhood grass is always more green than yours. Yeah, and we say that too. But it's true that it's true that I don't. There's like right now, stuff that came out of my mouth quicker when I speak French. That's true. Sometimes what I want to say in English, the words doesn't come, and so I have quickly to say it differently, so I can say what I want to say, if what I said makes sense. But that's my only. I mean, when I started on Twitch last year, my first big question was, do I do an English stream or a French stream? And like we because we had that conversation already, I decided to go French, but my first viewer was English speaker. So Aiden was the first one that followed my channel, and then you came very quickly after that. And I realized, I was speaking more English than French, but I still wanted to keep the French open, and it's just only very recently that my French community started to grow. But I really enjoy being able to speak both language. But unfortunately, sometimes that means people won't follow what I say. Like my mom, for example, she come every Monday to see me sculpt. More, those Mondays, because I was sculpting her Corrigan. But and she doesn't speak English at all, so she's just looking on the screen, and she told me that more and more when I speak, I stop drawing. And I didn't realize that. And that's probably why it took me more time to draw than before, because I stop drawing sometime when I speak. So when I speak English and I stop drawing, when you don't know English, nothing happening on the screen. So it can be quickly boring, I guess. I can speak classroom French, but when I listen to French news, I got lost. Yeah, I mean, news is it's a lot of tricky words and stuff. So I guess si je te parle juste normalement, je pense que tu peux comprendre. I don't mind French at all. Most of the time, I am just listening to the stream as my background without processing information anyway. We talk too fast when we talk to each other, and the journalists talk badly. Yeah, I mean, exactly what Stig said. Okay, alors, see, the background here is darker now, and this part here is popping out more. So it's good. And the weapon needs to pop out as well. So I'm not gonna hesitate to really darken that area. And I guess the door is gonna be dark as well, because remember the light is coming from here. So all that part here will be quite dark. And we need to make this mechanism pop out a little bit as well. because I didn't scratch my that long to have that mechanism get lost in the process. It's a very tricky mechanism. Okay, so we have. It's true that sometimes words doesn't come, like une poutre. Sometimes I know that word, but right now it doesn't coming. And if somebody say, yeah, it's no, I'm oh yeah, of course it is. Oh, I don't hear the music. Had a long way up to this point in my English process. I won't even call it away. More like a 10 years old lazy river. Okay, let's go back to the music. Where is the music? Qu'est-ce que je vais mettre? Assassin's Creed ambiance. Yeah, let's try that. And sometimes what is missing in my English as well is the overall idea of what this person wants to say. Because, sometimes it's just reference or it's just a way of saying stuff that I don't really know. And so, yeah, I don't get it when it's being read. And usually when you see me reading something and don't really react to it, it's probably because I didn't get it, and I don't want to look stupid, so I don't say anything. But that's the only thing which won't happen in French. What happened in French is that I don't know the reference of that joke, and because we have a lot of players on Twitch, and there is a lot of games reference that I don't have because I'm not a player at all. So to answering your question, outside Bible nerd, I'm illustrating a franchise, a fantasy franchise that we are creating with what became my friend. He's creating all the rules and all the editorial aspect of that franchise, and I'm responsible for all the visual. And in that franchise, we're gonna do games. The bigger games we are preparing is the war game called the Libère des Batailles, which you can read, the title up there. The name of the franchise is Maîtres Guerriers, which means Master Warriors. And the biggest game will be free online. So you will have the rule book online, and all you need is your miniatures and 2 dice and a rolling tape. So you can measure the distance that you're gonna move your minis, and then you can play. And we're gonna use that franchise as a playground to create other games that will be available for purchase, like card games, board games, role-playing game, stuff like that. So right now we have the basic rulebook online. It's French, unfortunately, for now. But as soon as we have an English version, I will let you know. I think Sebastian is waiting for a more complete version to translate it in English, because right now it's a beta version, so it's very it's the simplest form of the rule book. It's just for the players to try it out and tell us what works and what doesn't really works. And I guess that's that's why the project is gonna take a little bit longer than we planned, because we really need players to try that game, and right now with the COVID and everything, we don't really have that. So we really need to go on conventional and make people seeing that game and try it. Hey Captain Make-Up-Air, ma vie pour la horde. Arrgh. Comment t'as avancé? De ouf, oui, ben 2h23 de dessin, on avance un peu. Hein. Alors attends, 97% of the time I don't have any trouble with understanding English, but properly expressing myself can be tricky, especially when I am playing on D&D at like 4 a.m. and have to come up with something representative of my character. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you do that. I can't imagine even I can't imagine myself playing in English and like everybody is looking at me and now what you doing, and I have to act out what what my character will do. It's already tricky in French. I can't do that in English. So well done. I'm going to bed. See you tomorrow. Good night. Oh, I didn't saw that message. See you, Steve. And thanks for the link. Have a good night. Ben, ce serait bien que je finisse ce dessin ce soir. Je pense pas que ce sera le cas. But j'essaye. Parce que je suis déjà à mon 2e stream avec ce dessin. Et le premier stream, j'ai perdu du temps parce qu'il a fallu que je trouve tout le mécanisme de la fourche à ressort. C'est le problème quand tu as besoin de dessiner des choses qui n'existent pas dans la vraie vie. Now those stones needs to look like stones. So we're gonna make a little bit of texture in there. Tu parles anglais, Captain Make-Up-Air, ou pas du tout? Je me rappelle plus ce que tu m'avais dit. C'est pour savoir si je peux continuer tout en anglais ou si on va rester anglais-français. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's something I'm doing sometime as well when I have French followers that come by. I'm asking them if they speak English. So if they speak English, we can keep going in English and everybody can understand the stream. Okay, people in my team are nice and patient, so I have as much time to recollect my thought as I need, or sometimes I just ask to skip my part in the dialogue instead of going through the pain of me trying to sentence to make a statement that is at best human sounding. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. I mean, you seem to play with, nice players. So that's good. I guess sometimes those tables can quickly get awkward depending on the players. No problem, Art. I mean, teams speak English, so it's best if everybody is speaking the same language. So I guess this drawing is gonna be quite dark because the dude is dark and the background, the downside of the drawing is gonna be dark as well. After UK management managed to. Yeah. I mean, it's not only UK. I mean, UK is for something, yeah, but US is, it's part of the reason as well, because they have been clever enough to say, if you want to do business with us, you need to speak English. So that's why the business language is English, and most of people speak English as well, because US is a big country, and most of the movies coming from over there. But personally, I speak English because I spent 15 years in Ireland, and I need to speak English over there. Actually, some countries still use English as an administrative language, like India. Oh yeah, I didn't know that. That's funny. Oh, that's funny. I don't know if it's funny, but I didn't know that they kept this, even inside the country, they kept the... But it makes sense, It happens from time to time. There is a slight gap in our cultural background, social experience, and etc. etc. Oh, etc. etc. It's French. Etc. etc. is French. They steal that from us. Etc. etc. I like that. In other words, I just fucking hate when conversation degrade into unhealthy sex relationship. Oui, t'as raison. Latin from. Hey, look at that. He's gone to bed, but he's still, Oui, etc., etc. C'est latin, c'est vrai. So, anybody can use it. Each child have learned 3 languages at school. Hindi, the official language, English, the administrative one, and the state language. Each Indian state have their own language. Okay, guys. It's Latin. All right. Oh, I like that music. I guess spending 15 years in Ireland is probably, for something, but... À l'origine, l'expression latine est un calque du grec ancien. Ok. Très bien. Je vais me coucher moins con. Ah, wiki. I've learned English not because of school, but because a lot of emulated games were only in English. It's complicated to go through the. Don't understand what it's about. Are you saying that your English is coming from the games and only because it looks good? All right. Oh yeah. Okay. Chrono Tiger again, a game I don't know. What this game is about? You should play it one day. If it's not the best, it's clearly one of the best. Oh, all those letters, I don't even know what that means. JRPG. I think JRPG I know. JRPG. I got interested in what people in English YouTube video are saying because they were laughing a lot and I really wanted to know what are they talking about. Okay. Oh, okay. Japan role-playing game. Okay. JRPG. Okay. Got it. Okay, so it's like manga look, I guess. Anime. All right, good enough. Gameplay style is not the same. Okay, action by turn-based position. Okay. That's where I see, how late I am. Nowadays, it's Aaron from his 11 years old age that explained to me the other day, the different views. The first, how they attends, laisse-moi me rappeler. How they call it, when you see the game à la première personne, à la troisième personne. I'm like, are you talking about your verbs or what is it? And I was so explained to me, no, it's when you see the game, from the character's eyes, or if when you see it from behind him, or if you want in like entered. Okay, yeah, first person view, yeah. So then I started watching more and more, and my English became a weird amalgamation of different phrases, expressions I took from different people, and then I slowly started to make up my own sentence, not driven by somebody certain. Okay, you're confused. Bah, c'est un nom, la façon que tu vois le jeu. Si tu vois le jeu à travers les yeux du personnage, ou si tu vois le jeu derrière lui, ou carrément comme sur les jeux de plateau où tu es carrément ailleurs et tu regardes le jeu sur le côté, quoi. Je savais pas que ça avait des noms particuliers, donc c'est Aaron qui m'a appris tout ça il y a 2 jours. Peut-être que je devrais faire la poignée un peu plus visible. Yeah. I mean, I was very bad in English at school. I was very bad at school anyway, but English was very, very, very bad. And when we left France to go to live in Ireland, my English was 0. I didn't speak English at all because I was away from normal school course. I was in an apprenticeship and didn't bother speaking English. And so when we arrived over there, I had a lot of stuff to learn. Yeah, I feel like it's more visible with the handle there. Easier to grab as well, I guess, to pull it very quickly, to close that mouth of a weapon. It looks cooler as well, easier to see and understand how it works. Yeah, I mean the good thing about France is that depending where you are, where you go, you can have very different experience, because all the other places in France is like different France. France from Paris, it's not the same at all than France from Brittany, for example. Because Paris is a big city with all this good and bad stuff, and the center of Brittany is the countryside and very quiet and everything. But if you go to south on France, like Marseille, for example, which we still speak French, but it's a different French with very different accent. I mean. And it doesn't sound the same at all, and the attitude and the life and everything is different. So depending where you go in France, you're gonna have very different experience. So if you like the sun, it's better to go south. If you like very nice people, you go. Paris is not France. You can go, in mountains. You can go. Yeah, it's lot of different background as well, depending what you like. So that's what I like about France is that depending of where you go, you're gonna have a very different background. It can be a flat. It can be mountains. Like you can have like snow and it's very different. So yeah, going to France is one thing, but you need to know what you like and where you have to go. Forgot about Paris, please. Paris is very bad. My son say he probably set throughout his entire school drawing thing and other things boys will draw, ignoring. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. That's what I was doing. My daughter is studying French also. Never go to capitals if she wants to have a good impression of European countries. Alsace. Apply to US as well. Maybe in some far future I will visit Ireland. Brittany sound like a nice place, probably a bit more windy than I would like, but who knows. Windy and sometime rainy. But it was not that bad that year. We have like a not too cold winter. I guess, yeah, because the summer can be hot. But the good thing about Brittany is that winter will never be as cold as yours. So, you can come anytime during winter. It will be, summer-like for you. Especially, around April and May. April is like summertime here. It's 20 degrees outside, and we have a week with like 7 degrees, and the week after it's 20. What's going on? It's been like almost a month that I didn't use the heater of the house. The house is not being, the house didn't get any heat at all for a month right now. So yes, the house is around 17 degrees inside, but it's the kind of temperature we like, so we don't mind. My daughter's French friend is in France as an exchange student in order to learn French, but everyone speaks English to her. That's bad. We'll be walking around in t-shirt while it's snow, scaring locals. Yeah, they were gonna look like you. What is that dude? And if you want to scare them even more, you say, don't worry, it's a Russian French. It's a Russian friend. What? Because don't forget, we live in countryside, so they are a little bit dumb with those things. So maybe it's best to wait a little bit. Because, some dumbass put everybody in the same basket, I can't believe that the majority of my commune still voted for Macron after everything is done. After all those 5 years, after how many stuff he destroyed during his 5 years, the majority of the people around still voting for him. And I guess majority, a good part of them just voted against Le Pen. But we are not very much like it around the globe right now. I wonder why. Yeah, It's strange how, you know, people just associate the people of the country with what the president is doing. You know, like, you know, this is a little bit ridiculous, but I guess that's the way what, you know, people think. People don't know the difference between the people and the leader. Yeah. Oh shit, it's already almost time. Bollocks. I thought I will finish that drawing by now. Yeah, I confirm. I go much slower than before when I draw. And like my mom say, I guess I stopped drawing more than I was doing before. I have to be careful, keep drawing when I'm talking, because usually I'm doing one drawing in like one stream or two max, and that's the second one, and it's still not finished. Yep, I'm going slower and slower. But man, I like to talk with you guys, so I need to find a way to do both like I did before and just stop stopping. Also, a lot of people abroad who immigrated from here a lot time ago are very supportive of everything that happened in here, because of course they fucking are. They don't have to live with consequences after. Yeah. It's very hard to understand people actually, because even me, you know, with Macron, like I was saying, after everything he said, he did, people still voting for him. That's something I don't really understand already. So, but you know, I'm a guy that don't really try to understand people anyway. I'm just trying to improve my surrounding life, what I can control, and I don't bother too much about what I can't control, because I can't do nothing about it. You know, I did what I could and didn't change anything. So now I'm gonna adapt myself and make sure that my family is happy and have everything they need. That's my big job. And that's why I'm on that earth. Making people feel good around. For the rest, you know. Yeah. Shit show. That's a nice word. A shit show. Je vais vérifier qu'il n'y a rien pour moi là. J'entends des petits bip bip. Non. C'est pas pour moi. Je me dis c'est peut-être Sébastien qui répond à mes messages. Hein, Sébastien? Il est fatigué, le Sébastien. Il travaille. Il rentre chez lui, il a envie de faire autre chose que de regarder mes messages. Alors, je peux comprendre. Je comprends parfaitement. C'est juste a little bit frustrating. Mais je prends sur moi. Je prends la patience. At least it allows punk band to write good songs. Tu parles de Guy là. Oh, de concon. Ouais, non, mais excuse-moi, il était déjà sorti de ma tête. Faut dire que quand il rentre, il sort assez vite de ma tête. Hein. Donc, faut être tout de suite. Hein. Sinon, je sais plus de qui tu parles. Since all of that started, I had a lot of hated discussion with many people regarding recent events. It's all pointless, I say. You won't change your mind. We all pick our side based on tribal things, like opinion of our friend, family members, certain experience, and etc. Not on highly thought out scientific research like we want to think. Yeah, I mean it's awful. I lost some friend already with COVID because I was not thinking like them, and I was feeling like it's gonna keep going with the election because I was not thinking like them either. You're like, you know what, man? Fuck off. If you don't be around me, just go away. I don't really mind. I will keep with people I like and that think like me, and I will have a good time. I don't really need your show of stuff, and I just want to live a simple life where we just need to work enough for having food on our table and electricity and everything. I don't need more than that, We need free time and good time. So keep your capitalist ideas for yourself and fuck yourself. Jérôme, si tu m'entends, fuck yourself. Those guys are trying to tell you how you should live your life. Hate those guys. Work more to win more, to earn more money. Yeah, sure. And what are you gonna do with that money? Oh, you can. You can have holidays. You can, be, nice and quiet and you can do whatever you want. Yeah, man, that's what I'm doing already. So, fuck off. Ok. On se rapproche, on se rapproche. Ah non, il y a encore tout ça. Ceci n'était pas à l'écran. Là, ah voilà, le dessin est presque terminé. Oh merde. Je crois qu'on va avoir un autre stream juste pour finir ce dessin. Ce n'est plus tellement rentable. Ce dessin est à 80 €. Ça veut dire 4 heures maximum. On a déjà dépassé. On est à 6. Et il n'est pas fini. Heureusement qu'il y a des dessins où j'ai été plus vite que ça. Hein. Ça va rattraper un peu. Je parle trop. C'est ça. Je parle trop et en même temps, je viendrai pas dessiner sur Twitch. Bah, je serai pas en train de dessiner là. Donc, quelque part, je serai sûrement en train de regarder Netflix. C'est ça qui est paradoxal. Yeah, I was saying that. Yeah, Stig was saying me I talk too much. That's why I take it too much time to draw, because usually I can draw those kind of drawing. I can do that in one stream or maybe two if it's too long. And it's already the second one, and I didn't finish it, so I'm slower than I was before. And Stig is saying that I'm probably talking too much. And but paradoxally, is it a word, paradoxally? If I'm not twitching, I'm not working, or I work less. You know, I'm gonna work like 1 hour or two, and then I don't want to work anymore. So I'm gonna watch, Netflix, and the job won't be done. So what's the best? I mean, what you can do is what I did for English, which is watching a series with the French subtitle. Oh no, the English. You looking, or maybe you can watch a series you know very well, and you know that by heart, and you watch it in French with the English subtitle. So you will learn how they say stuff in French. That's how I learned a little bit of English at the beginning, because Friends was a show that was still online, and I knew that show by heart, and I knew all what they're saying. So be careful, because sometimes it's very strangely translated. so they don't really say the same. So it's kind of a good advice and a bad advice as well, I guess. English sub, French. But at least if you have an English sub, you can hear what they say in French, but you can read what they say, because if you don't know what they say at all, you don't really know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? So I was tempted to try to listen in French, but still have, I don't know. Well, try both. I mean, translations suck. Yeah, that's right. That's for sure. The problem is that it doesn't match, so it makes you learn the wrong thing. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Listen, the wise man. And normally, his wife just laughed at that sentence. Stig, the wise man, don't make me laugh. That's what I heard. That's what I hear when I think about Ondo right now, if she's not sleeping already. And that she's listening. Which is a lot of if. Okay, now I think it is time to stop. And this drawing is too dark. And the subject is starting to be lost in the background. Which is exactly what I didn't want. Shit. Something you may don't know working with ballpoint pen is that you can't erase ballpoint pen, but you can get down in the tone. You can make it a little bit lighter by just erase a layer. I can't go further than that, but at least I can go down a little bit. So it's a little bit better right now. Alright, I should not do, darker than that. If I want to keep the... Why my camera is still moving? Okay, will this be scanned or and colored? No, it's gonna stay like those drawing there. It's gonna stay black and white because it's gonna be scanned, yes, and it's gonna be transformed into those kind of cards. It's for cards. So those drawing is for the cards of the war game. So you will have all your equipment with those cards, and you know that you get force +2 with if you have a weapon in both hands, or if you use a two-handed weapon, you will have force +3. So you have your force and you add 3 on top of that with that card. And in that way, if you get spelled with something that makes you not able to use your weapon, at least you remember what you have to take out of your total point, because you have your card on your hand. It's easier. So those cards is not a must to have it. it's just an option that you'll be able to purchase if you want product from us. But it's not something you have to play the war game. It's just that it's a fun product to use. It's better to have that. And so all those cards are common weapon, and then I spent few weeks of drawing a magical object that you can see over my head right now. Those are magical objects, and now I'm gonna, until now, until June, I guess, it's gonna be about technical object, and those guys gonna be scanned and transformed into playing cards with a nice back of a card. And when I finish those, I will still have the spelling deck of cards to do, but this one is not there yet. I don't know what spell I have to draw, so it will be for next year, I guess, because it's not planned for that year. Because when I finish the technical object, I have 3 rays to draw to do the presentation page. I'm trying to have each race represented on one page to show what a hero look like, what a champion look like, and what the veteran looks like. And usually those presentation page is made, the character are in color and the background is gray. I can show you a link if you want to see what those pages are looking like. So I will have 3 of those to draw, and then I'll be done with Maîtres Guerriers for 2022, and will be able to start my own project. Because I have a project still on that franchise, but it's a side project, personal, that I'm gonna do with our writer, Emery, and that's gonna be a comic book that we are working on. So I can't really say too much about it because we're still throwing ideas, but it's gonna be fun, and we're gonna have very good fun with that. Well, at least we have improved your high-tech pitchfork. Yeah, I'm going to sleep for real now and walk the dog. I'll try to walk the dog first and then go to sleep, otherwise the dog is gonna have a problem. Very nice shit. Thank you. Alright, so thank you again for coming. I'm gonna raid somebody like we do every evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be here almost all day long, from 9:30 a.m. to 4:20 p.m. France time. I'm gonna keep working on my minis. I still have a lot of orcs to paint, so I will paint those guys. Because Diego sent me all the army, so I have a lot of stuff to paint. So I'm gonna do that all day long, and I will be back in the evening to finish that little guy here. So thank you again. Thank you, team. Thank you, Artsy Bible nerds, and Stig, of course, and Ando, if you're still around, and all of you guys that didn't say anything but came by to lurk. Thank you again. Have a good night. See you tomorrow, and let's go raid somebody. Bye. Salut Witabix. À bientôt.
Tilkide kaş olmaz demesin. Biz öyle yapıyoruz.